What is up, you guys? It is Cameron. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I hope that you can learn something from this video. It is called Cameron's Journey because I want to share with you guys everything that helped me and everything I learned career-wise, life-wise. And so if you want to stay tuned for why you're not losing body fat, then please keep on watching. What I wish I knew earlier, and it's crazy because I've been an athlete, but there's a lot of things you don't know as an athlete. The way I think of an athlete is like you're like a robot. You're not really learning why you're doing what you're doing, but you're just doing it because the coach told you to or whatever. My health journey really started when I first got my personal training job. That was in February of 2019. I'm so happy that I'm learning and I'm continuing to learn because it's so interesting because you are really in control of your body, of your health. So if that's something you can change, you know, for the better, then like why not discuss what I've learned and what has helped me and what in general I feel can help other people just lose stubborn body fat, because I feel like it's easier to drop weight than it is to lose body fat, because the body fat is when you start to actually change your body composition. It really does shape your body. It's also good because if you have less body fat, you're less prone to get health conditions in the future. And I'm aware, like, yeah, dying is inevitable. You're gonna end up passing away at some point, but if you can prolong, you know, your life, especially as you get older, like you don't want to have to depend on going to the hospital all the time, you know. And I don't know if you guys know, medical bills are expensive. So if you want to improve your health and not have to depend on, you know, medical bills and having to run to the hospital because of something that you could have controlled, I can understand if if it was something hereditary like diabetes, right? Because diabetes is very hereditary in my family, but that's something you can control by exercising and just eating healthy. You know what I mean? But let's get back into the number one reason why you're most likely not losing fat. Let's just say you work out, you eat healthy, but still you're not seeing the results you want. Number one, you are probably dehydrated. And I am guilty of this because, I don't know, man, like I didn't realize at the time. And even if I'm going to college and like, you know, studying for kinesiology and everything like that, like they don't really go into nutrition and like stuff, no offense, like stuff that will actually help you in your career. At least like for me, I'm a junior and I still haven't done classes that I wanted to go to school for, you know what I mean? I only learned it at my job, and this is when we would have like, you know, little meetings with my bosses, and we would just discuss about why this is important, why we tell the client to do this and why we tell the client to do that. So that really helped me not only lose the weight but lose fat. So you guys are probably looking at me like, what do you mean lose weight? You don't need to lose weight. Well, I was skinny fat, you guys. There's different body types if you're not aware, and I am a mesomorph, so I can easily gain weight and then easily lose it. But it's it makes it difficult for my body type because I don't really realize it until it's kind of too late, I feel. And then like believe it or not, I was 32% body fat, and that's considered high risk. So for women, if you're over 30, you know, you do have more body fat than you do muscle. Dehydrated, yes, that can really like stop you from losing fat. Bottom line, you cannot burn fat if you're not hydrated. In terms of like how much water you need really depends on your weight and your activity level. How active are you? If you're not active, you necessarily don't need to drink a lot of water. For me, for instance, because I'm still on a fat loss journey, and you guys, I started in The exact date, I wrote it down, 10/29/2019, you guys, is when I started tracking. So I did mention in my other video in the 7 healthy tips, if you didn't watch that, please go watch that after this video, that I will go into tracking in another video, and I'll also do it in this video, but I want to make a separate video on that. But tracking is what's going to really help make all the difference. If you just want to like lose a couple pounds and just like live a healthy lifestyle, then that's completely fine. You don't necessarily have to track. We encourage tracking so that, you know, you're not overeating or undereating, because overeating does make a big difference when it comes to body fat, and also undereating, because if you undereat, if you don't eat enough, then your body can go through starvation and then start eating your proteins. That is what mostly you need to eat, and also to prepare muscle, if that makes sense. I really hope that made sense. I'm really bad at explaining, but the more I do it, I'll get better at it. Please just drink water. I've been drinking at least 100 ounces a day. They say, you know, it's good to drink a pound per ounce. Did that make sense? Okay, so I weigh 125. They say it's good to drink like 125 ounces. 100 is a good starting point, because I work out 3 times a day, sometimes even more, but consistently at least 3 times. I am really just trying to tone up. A lot of you guys might think like, oh, what do you need toning? Well, if you see my stomach right here, I hate it. Like, as I'm sitting down, this is how it looks. I don't like that. And I'm not ashamed of it, because this is my journey, you know? You have to enjoy the journey. That's what it's about. So I'm really just trying to like get this really toned. I feel like belly fat is just, I don't feel like I know that belly fat is the most stubborn area to get rid of, and everything just distributes in this one area. I swear, like over here, no, like I have to work for my butt, so it all goes here to me. I don't get any fat in my thighs, in my arms. I don't know, it really goes here. It starts here, especially if I'm not tracking. I have to track, like I have to be on point, you guys. Being on Mesomorph, you have to be on point, because like I said, you can easily lose weight, but you can also easily gain weight. So that's why it's very important. It's a long process, but you just have to stick with it every day. If you see a lot of fitness influencers or people who are like super ripped, or like just have a really nice physique, a physique that you would want, just look into how long it took them, because I love how a lot of them, they tell us your story, and it's really inspiring, because it took them like 3-5 years. It's really just about living that healthy lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. That's what you got to get used to. This is not a 3-month, 5-month type of deal. You know, if you want to maintain that you have to stay on it. But the only way you're going to stay on it, like I mentioned in my other video, is you have to find something that's sustainable for you. You are going to reach a lot of trial and errors. Even for me as a coach, I'm still battling with like losing body fat to my, you know, ideal weight and body fat percentage. Everybody has different goals. So for me, and I'll insert like a clip of when I first started, and I have a beautiful Fit 3D scan that'll give you the whole 360 of my body. And that's where I started, you guys, and I was really unhealthy. I didn't watch what I ate, and that really made a big difference. I drink 100 ounces of water, and it's been doing me pretty good. As like right now, I'm not even like trying to flex or whatever. It's getting better. And then also, if you go to the side, like it's not like I used to look pregnant, like for real. So It's a long journey. You also need to realize how long it's going to take for you to lose body fat depending on where you're at. Another reason why you're probably not losing it is because you probably gave up too soon before you can actually see results. Really, you got to just stick with it. That's the best thing that I could say. So stick with it and just try to drink more water as you go throughout your fitness journey. Because growing up, I had a hard time drinking water. It's just, it was such a drag for me, but it's doable, you guys, and it will help you suppress your appetite, because I'm one of those people who can really eat a lot, and that's another thing that I've been struggling with is I eat too much of carbs and fats, and I don't eat enough protein. That's another thing that I learned about myself. And so it's really just about preparing, your meals and making sure you're tracking everything. And when you track at first, it will make you realize like, oh wow, like I didn't realize I was eating that much, and it may not look that much, but that's like 500 calories alone. So like I'll maybe do like a vlog on me tracking what I eat throughout the day and what my numbers are and how everything goes, because I think that will really help a lot of you guys. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to mention and I forgot, because I feel like this is an important part, is I used to wrestle, and you would know that if you watch my other videos. And so I don't know if I mentioned this, but I stayed 112 pounds for 3 years. So that really messed me up, messed my metabolism up. And so when I was done with wrestling, I just ate, because I really deprived myself of food for 3 years. I was really clean, or at least I thought I was clean. All I knew was to eat protein in high school. I knew to like drink water, but I didn't know how much, and obviously I was dehydrated and I overtrained, because I would always have a fever. Like no joke, I would always have a fever at the wrong time, especially during like tournaments. I don't know why. And like my coach would be like, what's wrong, and I'd be like, I'm really not feeling good, and now it makes sense now. Knowing what I know now, I was overtrained, I wasn't eating enough, and I wasn't drinking enough water. So, man, if I knew that, I don't know. But like I said, everybody's journey is different. You live and you learn. So I just ate whatever, and I just didn't care, because like I really didn't have a good relationship with food at the time, because I deprived myself for so long. That's why I feel like I can relate to a lot of you guys and help you guys out. I ate a lot throughout college. What I used to get a lot was the lunch boxes at Subway. And I thought it was so healthy, but when you look at the nutrition label, you guys, it has a crap load of sodium and just a whole bunch of crap that you don't even know. And it has a lot of saturated fat. So I will go into a video on that, on nutrition labels and how to read them, because I feel like that's so important, especially if you want to be flexible in your nutrition plan and not really because I'm that type of person too. Like I don't want to be told what to eat necessarily. I want to have my options open, and because I want to be able to work with what I have, and I want to feel stressed out because I can't eat that today, you know what I mean? Especially if you don't meal prep. Meal prep can be a pain, but it helps. It really does help, because all you gotta do is just prepare most of your meals for at least like a day or two in advance in one setting, and then for the next day or two, you don't have to worry about cooking or whatever. You can just grab it, microwave it, or grab it and go, and not have to be so tempted to eat out. Because I'm telling you, eating out, you have no idea what you're eating. And when I looked up how much I was in, not how much, but what I was intaking into my body, oh my gosh, I was eating a lot of sodium, a lot of saturated fat. If you have like a body scan, you guys, at your gym or whatever, or I mean, the gyms are closed, but like hopefully this thing will pass us by. It would be good for you to know what it is. I know it can be discouraging, but you need to know where you're at in order to figure out how long it's going to take you to get to where you want to be, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely get into that if whenever like we just get out of this quarantine. But I just thought I'd add that in there because that is, I feel like that's such great information. That's why as like a coach and a personal trainer, it's always good to ask about the history of your clients because you never know, right? A lot of the stuff that happened in the past, whether it was injury, um, health condition, can really make a big difference in your training regimen and your nutrition plan. So that's why I feel like that was also important information to know, just because I had to make weight every day or every week for 3 years, you guys. So that's why I just ate and I gained weight. And I'll insert another picture of like me like not tracking, not watching what I eat, and then till now, how I actually look now. And I'm on this 8-week transformation. So they're called First Form because I actually take a lot of their supplements, or at least I started. I wasn't never the type to take supplements before, but I realized that it will help a lot. Think of the word supplement. Supplement is like a replacement for food, but that doesn't mean that just because you take supplements, your nutrition should be complete crap. But it really helps because a lot of food nowadays doesn't do the job in terms of like getting the proper nutrients your body needs, especially when you have a body composition goal. So yeah, that is it. I really hope you enjoyed that. Again, please don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.